All right, so we got. Let's hear this. Single mothers as parents. Let me play it again.
Single mothers are literally the worst parents on the entire planet. That's the first thing. And statistics back that. So over 70% of young men that grow up under a single mother in particular, end up in prison. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, 68% of young women that grow up under a single mother in particular end up a single mother herself. But when it comes to a two-parent family and a single father household, a young man has a 90% chance of never going to prison.
So basically, what he's saying is, if men are involved, whether by themselves or with the mother, it's better for the child. If a man is not involved, there's a problem in the future of the child.
Emotional, damn it!
On which part?
How do you mean?
Who's the emotional damage? I know what he's.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day.
But and here's another thing. These are statistics that he's talking about.
Yeah.
So you could research and see if these statistics are true or not. But obviously, numbers don't lie. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Yeah, but you still got women who are
emotional, damn it,
and they will totally disagree.
Well, yeah, some people's ego will take it personally.
Exactly. I mean, and women shouldn't be married. How do I say this? Women should not be raising men.
You do need the women too, but you can't just say the woman could do it by herself. Get rid of the father.
Point being is, women shouldn't be raising men. Men should be there, and
they each have their role to play.
Exactly, but they both play a role for sure. But it has been proven if a couple split up, the numbers for women are so low compared to a single father that raised the child. The child has a better chance in life in every opportunity if he was raised with his father or she's raised with her father than the woman. So they've been doing studies about this, but like I said, most women will be
emotional, damn it.
Because you could tell someone in the sky that the sun is right there, and they'll tell you that's not the sun.
Well, yeah, here's somebody disagreeing with the stats. She says single mothers are the only and best parent on the planet since the beginning of time.
It's not true. And that's the point. Is women are entitled to feel and believe what they want, but analytics prove differently. That how men or women are raised with a father. This is why a lot of women have daddy issues, where they're just dealing with so many men because their fathers never taught them how to deal with men. So they're just giving their treasure away for nothing. And then when they're ready to settle down, they have nothing to bring to the table. There's no more treasure there.
Somebody says, so we're just going to ignore the elephant in the room?
What's that?
Why are these mothers single?
Yes.
Whether two adults can't get along or not, their children shouldn't be made to suffer. So I'm not going to read. She got a lot in here. But basically what she's saying is, why are they single in the first place? Trying to put some blame on the man for not being there in the first place. In a lot of situations, man doesn't have a choice. He can't force his way into the home if you kick him out of it.
Well, listen, I truly believe that I'm gonna say this. I mean, from because women don't speak for men, right? Some men don't have a platform to speak for themselves, and some guys don't want confrontation. They don't want to talk to the woman or tell them how they feel. Men don't. Women are more emotional creatures. They speak what they feel. Some men just don't talk. That's why some men don't want to be loved. It's not that he don't want to be loved. His communication is not.
But her point is, why are these mothers single? So she's saying, after the kid's born or after the woman's pregnant, the man leaves.
I know this.
And now it's his fault for not being there.
My point, this is why I'm getting point to. This is why I'm saying. So let me get to the point. the man he's already fucking with you, and you already gave him your box, your body, and he's stretching you wide open, and he didn't do anything to get you, right? So it's casual sex to him. To you, you're like, damn, I like this guy, really into this guy. But to him, he's not looking at it like that. And he's telling you this. He's basically giving you signals and signs that he only fuck with you, but he doesn't fuck with you. But for some reason, you keep fucking with him and giving him your body. And what happens is, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? You're pregnant. And guess what? You thinking by telling him that he's going to stay. He's not staying. He told you he wasn't fucking with you. And now you have a choice. You have a choice. You know what I mean? Because it comes down to the woman. Men lose control. Men lose the man loses his position of any power to tell a woman what she can and can't do. He can suggest something, and some men don't even want to do that because the reaction of some women, depending on how powerful or how much power this man has. If you're a loser, man, you can't say, what the fuck? You got a girl pregnant, you a loser, she gonna laugh at you like, boy. Some women will just not even go through the process of having a child, but some women will because they believe in that duty. And some women have a child and they don't ask for nothing from a man. And some women have a child knowing that the guy's not gonna be there. So,
well, somebody says blaming women for your own doings and choosing to leave the home or not take care of your children is not statistics. Absent father homes should be the title. I'm sure a mom raising her children because she's divorced or the father choose from to the get-go to not take responsibility should not be something one should be ashamed of. Stop blaming the latter for your wrongs. Call this what it needs to be.
Well, listen,
absent fathers are statistically becoming.
No, and the reason, once again, is stop opening your body to men who are not going to be there.
Well, a lot of the time, there is obviously that's true, but a lot of the time, I think the man wants to be there.
No.
And he doesn't have a choice.
No.
A lot of the time, the man is leaving the woman, not the child.
No. Let me tell you something, man. Listen here. Most men stay in relationships. It's the women who walk away. And
right, that's just what I said.
And the problem is this, though. Okay, the guy wants it to work, but it's not going to work because he's not up to the level you want. You're a 5, and he's a 6 or a 5, and you guys on the same level, but you're a 5 and you think you deserve a 7 and an 8, and so you see your friends or someone else doing better, and their guy is a little bit better, and that's what you want. So you walk away from the relationship. But you know what I mean? Like I said before, you can be in a relationship and you guys can work together and figure this out. But it comes down to when you get involved with a guy and you walk away from a guy you have a kid with, or say if you don't even have a kid with him, but you guys have been involved for a long time, but you end the relationship and you go to the next guy and it's just worse. And then you end that relationship and then you go to the next guy and it's a little bit better, but it was never like the first guy. By the time you get to 7 or 8 guys, you like, what the fuck? I gave my body to 8 men. I gave my treasure away. And I should have it would have been better just to fix it with the first guy. Because what this is this is called elevator. It's when a woman is trying to get to the next level because she thinks it's better. But it gets better until you hit a certain level and it's empty. So,
somebody agrees with you. They say can't receive sperm without letting him in.
Exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody knocked at your door. You let strangers in. This is why it's so important for a woman to know a man's future. And it's so important for us to know a woman's past. Period. And if you know a man's future, if you know that this man has an ambition and he's going to be a great man and he's going to be a leader, even though he's struggling, and you see his passion and he treats you like nice. He's genuine, and you give him the support. You become his piece. Watch, that man will become someone. And the women who push that guy away, treating him like fuck him, you ain't nobody. I mean, I'm fine better. They tend to see this man become so successful and living a life they wish, and they criticize it. So, I mean, it can work for women too. Women, there's women out here that are in bad relationships, and they going into new relationships, and it's better. And the guy they with is a good guy. It's just you got to make this good decisions, but it starts from the woman. You can't just be letting these dudes just come into your space and take your treasure. You just can't do that. And then when a baby comes, you're like, stay. And the guy's like, what the fuck?
Well, somebody said fathers are 50% responsible for single mother status.
Well, yeah.
And someone else followed up, said obvious by the comments that women will do everything within their power to not take full accountability for their actions.
Yep.
And to admit that they need men, specifically the child's father. I think the statistics prove that women create who they hate, and you can't possibly say you love your children if you purposely limit their exposure to their father.
Well, listen, once again, if a man's abusive or if he's trying to kill you or hurt your child, he should not be around that kid. But if you got a man who has a child and you guys just didn't work out, but he wants to be a part of that child's life, he should have assets. He should have a availability to that child, 50-50 minimum. And if he's in a position of power, you should be trying to give that child every moment of his time, because his father is obviously something special to the world because he has status, and that child needs to be exposed so he can learn, especially if it's a male. I mean, can you imagine if your father's a multi-millionaire and the mother is basically putting you in a position where you can't see your child, and that kid is
happens every day,
is in between a war, and the kid get hurt, like, just because people are bitter. And you're right, it happens every day. This is why
the children are used to get back at the other person.
This is why prenups matter. This is why marriages are just falling apart. Men don't even want to get married, man. And the problem is probably too, 80% of women come up in white dresses when they should be wearing black dresses. You can't come to a wedding and women get mad when men say this, but they come to the wedding and they're not virgins. And a lot of women say, well, do you really want one? And that's a question for a lot of men. I wonder what a lot of men think when it comes to that. We should do a vote to see what men think.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's going to say yes, but I don't think everybody's going to say no. Yeah,
wonder,
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I wonder what would that pool be if that mattered to men. You know what I mean? But who knows? The world we live in is changing. There's a lot of soft men out there. Thank you for watching the Cash Money Dreams podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Stay tuned. Every week we drop in a new episode. It's your boy Cash, man.